was so proud that I was in time. That in my proudness, I forgot to click the button. The button that moved the scene into into seeing me. So I was talking, and there we go. That looks a lot more natural. And I was like, huh, why is nothing showing up? And it's because I didn't press the button. So we're gonna press another button, which is this one. So we're just doing a short, quicker stream, mainly because I didn't want to do the work, and I figured the only way to keep me accountable is to just stream it, because then I have to, right? I can't sit here for an hour and not do anything, because then no one will watch, so makes sense. So we are still working on the stealth survival game, absolutely, 100%. But for some reason, past weekend, I was like, okay, let's just mess around with some stuff, and like a new project. So I saw a video 3 weeks ago of a game called Golfy. Now, to give proper credit to its creators, Golfy, this one, which is published by the Yogscast, who, if you don't know, are a collective of YouTubers that have been active for well over 10 years now, and they're quite entertaining. This game basically predicates itself on turn-based golf, essentially, but more turn-based, because of course golf is turn-based, but turn-based in the sense of that everyone in their first turn gets a set of cards. Well, I guess it's a card-based golf game. And those cards you can like select and combine, and then they have an effect on the way you're going to shoot your golf ball, essentially. And if I just move this to here, there we go. So you can like choose, like, in this case they chose like a lob shot and a wall, and they can use the wall to lob shot it into the hole, basically. And I thought that was really interesting. I thought to myself, huh, that's pretty interesting. And so the only problem I had is that I hated the way they implemented it. Like, from everything from the UI to the way some of these mechanics work together, there's this overheat mechanic. So if you combine too many cards together, then you're going to overheat. And when you overheat, you lose health up here. But, like, you also have a certain amount of shots left. If you go over that, which you can, right? Like, your turn isn't over, or your attempt at this golf match isn't over if you have 0 shots left. No, you keep going into -1, -2, whatever. But every time you do, it takes off another health point. If you go off the map, it takes off health points. Like, everything is based around this health mechanic. And it was really poorly explained, and I really didn't understand why they would do that. Like, this game would have worked perfectly fine without health points, in my opinion. They would have needed to do something in order to limit the amount of energy you can spend on something. But that's a whole different question. That's like a Slay the Spire question. Whereas this was kind of like a weird amalgamation. And I didn't like some of the other things, like the randomly generated golf levels felt off and weird and not very fun. And we've talked about this before. Randomly generated does not equal fun, right? So I thought that was peculiar. And so I started thinking to myself, okay, interesting though, right? It's an interesting concept, right? Where golf meets card-based, yeah, how do you just like a card-based game, essentially. And from there, I kind of made the step to, okay, what would a roguelike golf game look like? Yeah. And that's what I want to dive into today. So we're going to look at a few games, which I know are roguelikes, because I've played enough golf games that I know what a golf game is like. And I'm mostly basing what I have on Golf With Your Friends. Does that mean I want to do multiplayer at some point? Probably. And I already have like a prototype set up in terms of like the basic golf gameplay, which is like just a matter of, you have like a shot bar on the bottom left there, and like you can shoot it and the ball will go. This was, by the way, like super hard to set up, because Unreal did its usual trickery of there's this one checkbox that you're forgetting to check or that you're forgetting to uncheck, and because of that the physics works really weird. So after every shot, when the golf ball is basically lying still, you can readjust your shot, and you can see with the aiming graphic, you know, about where you're shooting. and the golf ball will nicely bounce around and do its thing. And if I specifically go into grassy greens, that's what I call the level, then it'll... oh yeah, it's a bit overlapping now because I was working on the UI, but it says shots to par 3, and it says the level name, and it says, in the bottom right, it says what shot you're on, basically. And if I'm somewhat skilled at my own game, I can use 100% to shoot it right past. Oh, I didn't shoot it right past, but it doesn't matter, because I might still make it. No, I'll make it. Anyway, so that's the basis for the golf game that I have, but then that I have this micro gameplay loop, essentially, of just golf, mini golf. And like if I put it into the hole now, there we go, it starts turning around it. Yeah, basic stuff. But functional, so that's good. Now that I have this, I need to start determining, okay, how do you turn this into a roguelike? Where from room to room, so to say, but also from run to run, right? Like, how is that going to change? What kind of effects are we going to have? Are we going to go the Hades style? Are we going to go Slay the Spire? Are we going to do something else? Are we going to mix and match? Like, that's the part that I don't know yet, and that's what I wanted to stream about. So, here we are. Yeah. I don't know if any of that makes sense, but that's fine. So, first things first. Yes, I've installed Hades. Very good. Let's start with Hades, because we're just gonna, like, the way I like to do this is just to basically say, okay, what kind of loops do they have? And let's just play them and see what it is, right? That's kind of the idea. I do see that, like, the screen is, like, hugely bright on my face. Maybe it's because I sit too close to my screens, but, eh. Who needs eyes? Alright. Let's pause music for a second, because we don't want to interrupt Hades' excellent music. We definitely don't want to do that. I've played this game plenty of times, but it's good to get a refresher, because the last time I played it is a long time ago. It's like at least a year ago, for sure. Definitely not earlier than that. So, let's have a look-see at what this is again. And we can, like, document things along the way, right? That's the idea. Oh, I missed that sound. Oh, man. Right. Do we want to... Last play, 2021. See, I knew it. Do we want to continue on the save I have? Probably, because then we're going to skip all the tutorial stuff. So, yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. That's fine.
He's strong, I'll give him that.
Yeah, I agree. I can't remember how this game is played anymore, but...
Can't do that.
Oh, yeah. Right.
That's funny.
Yep. Very cool. Alright. So...
And after that, do sir, you are to clean the...
Oh, yes, I remember all of this now. Okay. So there's a few things, right? So we just... Hypothetically, we finished a run. Which then means that we need to go into a new run, which is, I think, through that door, I believe. But we can reflect, which allows us to upgrade our skills, basically. And I have quite a bit of... Yeah, there we go, quite a bit of...
I've no more darkness.
Quite a bit of darkness to upgrade stuff. So, like, that's the first. Let's already... where is it? It's this one. So game to game, finish a run, reflect, equals upgrade. Are they passive? Are they active? What is it? What is going on? Also, let's quickly check settings, and then, oh, there's no thingy. Borderless, window borderless. Okay. Upgrade. Oh yeah, so that means I just need to go back here and just have a look. So Death Defiance. All of these are passive things. These are things that just happen. You don't need to do anything for them, which is interesting. Upgrade. Passive skills / effects to increase the chances of getting further in the next round. That's kind of the goal, right? that the more death defiances you have, well, the more times you can defy death, which means you can get further, essentially. Here's a little practice room where we can pick a weapon. The sword is by far my favorite. I don't actually care about any upgrades and such. Bonus attack moves, bonus critical chance, cast damage. Let's upgrade it. 42 minutes is the fastest time. I've upgraded it twice now. Okay, I don't think I was supposed to do that, but there we go. Right. Okay, so this is kind of like the system in Slay the Spire as well. A lot of roguelikes have this, where it's just like, okay, you've completed the main run once. Now you can mix and match some of these things to make it harder, to make it more challenging, essentially. So we'll put this in as an optional. But the game also, I just realized I did it without even thinking about it. The game also gives you a chance to, what's it called? To augment your weaponry, I guess. A chance to augment an opportunity, not a chance. An opportunity to augment your existing weaponry. There we go. And then an optional increase the difficulty of the run. And then if we do that, we can begin our escape, which is just okay. Which is the hold up, essentially. The whole game-to-game
The surface is off limits, and furthermore, you are forbidden from the Temple of Styx until such time as you are fit to tend the situation there.
Alright, thanks, mate. God, I love this game.
How about now, Father?
So now, we obviously go into the room-to-room. Room-to-room, what's it called? Loop. Back to beginning. Okay. Actually, do run. There we go. So the room-to-room loop gives me, in this case, at the start, it gave me a chance to get a passive, well, a passive or an active. Yeah. Oh man, this is a good upgrade to get right at the start. That's pretty good. So, but I'm not here to play Hades. I'm here to examine its core loop. It's so tempting. So, right at the start, it gave me an upgrade. First room, get an upgrade, which kind of like it's almost like choose your strategy kind of thing. Choose your strategy. Am I going tanky, swift, high DPS? Like, what kind of build am I making? What kind of build am I making in this run? That's the question that's basically being asked here, right? Which is it's a good question. It's a good consideration. Then, when we actually do the combat, we get to see what the upgrade is going to be. Nice, that was a good execution right there. Nice, that's really good. Yeah, so then at the end of every room, I get an upgrade, basically. I get some kind of reward, essentially. Which really helps. At the end of each room, get some kind of reward. Sometimes passive, sometimes active. That's a better way to describe that. Passive skill, upgrade, passive/active. active skill upgrade. Weapon upgrade, health upgrade. What else? I can't remember what else. Oh yeah, there's like, oh yeah, currency. There's a currency attached as well. Currency reward. Is there anything else? Idiots. Very good. Ow. That is so smooth, the way that works. Okay, nice, very good. Is there a treasure trove in here, perhaps? There is not. Okay, there's an opportunity for it, but it doesn't spawn everywhere, basically. Which is always good. Which is not always good, sorry. That's what you get when you get distracted. Did we get a reward just now? Oh yeah, we get the darkness. We get the darkness, that's what we did. There we go. There we go. Oh, we got something updated. Oh, which is like okay, like a lore thing. Oh, hey, hello.
Right. Where now?
Okay, and then we get to choose an upgrade. Okay. Hey, Jagu, you have a milestone achieved. Watched 3 consecutive streams this month and sparked a watch streak. Nice. Look at you go. I'm glad I streamed 3 times this month so you can get that watch streak going. How are you, buddy? Sometimes you get a choice of which you get 2 potential. No, you can choose which path / reward to take. I have this week off, which is great. Nice. You got anything planned? Oops. Oh shit. Now I've got it. How do I? Oh, that's sometimes hard to do. No. How do I? Okay, whatever. Doesn't matter. We'll just do it like this and then like that. There we go. Absolute relaxation. Nice one. Nice one. That is exactly. The best way to spend time, in my opinion. Getting absolutely relaxed. How's is there like any new projects running at your school? Anything new you guys are focusing on? Succeeding. Oh, very good. I love this. I bought Grammarly. I've been using the free version for forever, but I've finally committed. Sometimes you can choose which path / reward to take to get after you complete the next room. To take which influences which reward you get after you complete the next room. Yeah, like that. Okay, what else? What else is happening in this game? Oh, this is like a power up, which is a passive, or more health. I do like health. Health is always good. We got a new teacher this year, and he seems to know his way around Unity. That's a big bonus. Boom. That is a very big bonus, because people that know their shit around an engine are hard to find. Either you're gonna have like a really good teacher who doesn't know too much about the tech, or you're gonna have someone who really knows the tech but isn't really a teacher. So he came straight from a small game company. Nice, that is awesome. That is always the best. Ooh, fuck. I've had a few teachers that came from like different game companies, and they've always been better than teachers that didn't. not always better teachers, but definitely more knowledgeable about actual topics of, you know, that we want to learn. We also seem to get a currency update with everything you kill, maybe? Ow. Get casted. Nice. Yeah, we also seem to get a currency update every so often, though. Not every time, but sometimes. What's this? Oh, shop. Oh, yeah, okay. So we also have a shop. Hey, this looks updated. Can't remember this being this way. In some rooms, you can find a shop from which you can buy rewards / upgrades with the currency you get from killing enemies and completing rooms. I've caught up with new C# features from past few years. Thanks to him, he uses the new feature I've not even heard of. Nice. Nice. Gotta love updated knowledge. Let's see, what's this? Hydrolite, which is passive. Restore 10% when you enter a chamber. This is a really good run, I'm not gonna lie. It's only for 3 chambers, though, which is kind of pointless now that we're here, because we're like super early on. Let's gain 10 coins. Or 10 gems. And then we can either choose for a Demeter gift or a bigger shop. We don't have that much money. Let's go for a Demeter gift and a semi-boss. But yeah, semi-boss is another thing that happens. Hang on, let's put that in here. Sometimes the bigger the reward, the bigger the risk, and so a boss room will appear. Imagine that. Imagine a boss room in a golf game. Also, yeah, Jagu, I'm not sure if you've been watching since the start or not, but for context, I've made a golf game template, and I started thinking, okay, what would a roguelike golf game look like? And so far we've got physics working appropriately, which is nice, because that took forever. There we go. That like took so long because Unreal hides important settings under checkboxes that don't describe what they're supposed to be doing, or well, they do. I just didn't like understand what that meant at first until I started Googling it, and then I figured it out, and then it was fine. But yeah, so now everything works appropriately, which is good. And I still need to tweak some settings, of course, but so far so good, and I can just put it in there. There we go. Excellent. But yeah, so that's where we're looking at Hades and looking at Slay the Spire later on. It's only going to be a shorter stream. So yeah, bigger reward. Ooh, okay, hello. I actually remember you. Yeah. You were very annoying. Ouch. Yeah. Don't think so, buddy. Don't think so, buddy. Nice. Ooh. Oh, you tried. Nice. It's done. Or I could gift it. I could gift it or I could accept it. There's like multiple considerations to make here. I mean, I have no idea yet if it's gonna be awesome. I bought Kerbal Space Program 2 right after it came out, so it was at this point because it does not have a lot of gameplay. I heard about that. I also heard performance is far from good. I don't like Demeter. She's meh. She's meh. Things will deal more. Meh. Let's do this one. Yeah, that's pretty good. I also bought, yeah, so Kerbal Space Program 2, I heard that it doesn't have multiplayer, and, like, you can't play much more than, like, the very, very basics or something. Like it has even less than what the original game had on launch, or something like that. And it doesn't look nearly as good as it was promised. That's what I heard about it. I don't know if that's accurate though. I haven't dared to. Just single player and only sandbox mode. Right, yeah. But to be fair, I think there's a lot of things coming out now that are like super hyped up, but can't live up to the expectation. I bought Sons of the Forest, which I do like. I played it for 3 hours now, and I do like it. But my two friends that I played with, they had like performance issues basically the whole way through. Seems to be barely enough for the graphical needs. Yeah, I heard about that. And the same goes for Sons of the Forest. And I happen to have one, right, a 3080 Ti. So I was fine. But we can't, or at least I don't think, as developers, that we should expect everyone to have such high-end PCs, because that's just not the truth, right? I think we should still be developing for 1080s. Well, yeah, 1080s and up, basically. But a 1080 should be able to handle your game at this point. If you want to hit the most people, right? If you want to include the most people in your target audience in terms of technical capability, then 1080s should absolutely be the minimum, at least. If you want to go further down, I mean, that's a choice whether that's worth it or not. But 1080 minimum, and a 1080 is still kind of high when you think about it. There we go. But yeah, Sons of the Forest had the same problem, and both of them are, because Kerbal Space Program is like $50 or something. It's pretty ridiculous. Kerbal, yeah, it's $50. Jesus, and the original's 40, still 40. Nice, 9,500 mixed reviews. Well, 9,500 reviews, of which 50% are negative, 50% are positive. This is on the brink of being marked as mostly negative. That is insane to me. A game like Kerbal Space Program, you give it a thumbs down, yeah, and I don't blame you. I think they 100% messed with their existing very loyal customer base by promising the world and then not delivering, like, at all. Hey, it's my friend. Yeah, buggy mess, lack of content. Yeah, also all the stuff teased isn't in the game yet. Like, Jesus. Like, that's just, personally, I would call it almost like yeah, I paid $50 for a worse Kerbal Space Program 1. I find that shameful, right? Because these are not new developers. These guys know what they're doing, or at least you would expect them to know what they're doing. So what's this saying? Minimum is an i5 and a 1070 Ti with 12 gigs of RAM. Jesus. And 45 gigabytes of disk space. Okay, so 45 gigabytes, whatever, right? This is on low settings at 1080p. You need 12 gigabytes of RAM. That's fucking nuts to me. There is no way that... So most people's home computers will have 8 at most, 6 probably, 4 if you're really looking wide, but definitely not 12. No way. And definitely not 16 or above that. And then, yeah, for recommended, RTX 3080. Come on. You cannot tell me that, because I know there's a lot of calculations and a lot of physics and there's a lot going on under the hood. I get it. I totally get it. But you can't tell me that there's so many games out there that do really impressive shit. Like for example, what's it called? The game that went absolutely bust in 2016. The space game, the Infinite Planets one. Oh, balls. I actually can't. Oh, what's it called? Sky something? Infinite Sky? No. Infinite Gajillion Planets game. Oh, I can't believe I can't remember the name. Like, I'm trying so hard. No Man's Sky. Thank you. Thank you. Jesus. Also, No Man's Sky is cheaper. that's crazy to me. So this now has 75% up out of 200,000. Jesus, 200,000 reviews. They made a lot of money from this game. Like, this game also has a lot going on, and I can tell you that the minimum is 8 gigs of RAM and an i3, right, with a 1060 in terms of graphics card. I'm just saying. I get they're two entirely different products that have different things going on under the hood. But come on. Optimization exists. Come on. But yeah, sorry. So, yeah, I find it shameful that Kerbal Space Program was unable to figure it out. Yes, I agree. The problem No Man's Sky had was just they initially couldn't really deliver on what they had promised in a lot of ways. Well, actually, no, that wasn't even it. It was, if my memory serves me right, it was that the game was just kind of just a bad experience, right? Where it's like, oh, I gotta wait like 10 minutes in like outer space to fly to the next planet. Like, what the hell? It was stuff like that as far as I can roughly remember, but maybe I'm filling it in more positive than it was. But teasing things in a trailer and then on your early access not having that content, that's no bueno, if you ask me. That is definitely no bueno. I think we figured out the room-to-room logic gameplay loop. As it's basically, this repeats, right? It's the challenge becomes more intense. Get broken. Oh, nice. The challenge gets more intense until you ultimately will reach a boss room. That's basically... This isn't even a boss room to be fair, but... looks like one, but not. So cool.
Thank the gods.
Shop. Yeah, oh, you pay with blood. You pay with blood. Yeah, we'll do this. That's pretty good. This one. Yeah, this is gonna keep getting harder and harder until you ultimately will run into a boss room. But I think we're not gonna get a boss room in this case because of story reasons. There's a treasure trove in a second. Here we go. Ouch.
Stop him, wretches.
Sounds so panicky. There we go. Cool. Which, if you do it fast enough, then... Imagine doing that. Imagine doing a golf game fast enough. That actually might be good to note down, to be fair. I think I already noted it down, though. Yeah, no, shops. Okay. So, in some rooms, you can find and activate an extra challenge after completing the main challenge. After completing the main challenge, to get even more rewards, even bigger focus on the risk versus reward dynamic. which seems to be a consistent thing when it comes to roguelikes. Okay, very good. Now, because I don't want to waste time... Oh, what? I already cleared it, though. Clear this chamber to safely quit. Okay. Can I quit now? Progress save... Oh, right. Cool. That's what I have to read it room. Gotcha. So let's dive into Slay the Spire for a minute. I have 12 minutes, so let's see what we can do in that time. Jago, do you have any recommendations for roguelikes that you think have like interesting progression systems that I should think about? Because I'm really looking for that progression system, right? Like like what kind of progression system am I going to do, basically? That is the question. Let's alt enter this. Oh, can I not? Settings. Settings. Here we go. Max frame rates 240. Borderless full screen. Do I have to quit and go again? Yeah, no worries. Take your time. There we go. All right. Play standard. Let's choose. Actually, let's choose the Ironclad. Keep it basic. Keep it as basic as possible. Greetings. So this. Okay. So this very much follows the same. What's it called? The same. Game to game. Sorry, no. Room to room. It seems. So there's a turn to turn, which we'll get to in a second. But the room to room. In the first room, get a relic, which is a passive upgrade that will increase your chance at succeeding in the upcoming run. Noita has a bit different approach as you build your own wands from spells. Maybe you could build your golf club similarly. Noita. I've not heard of this game, I don't think. Noita. Ooh, I've seen this game come by. I haven't actually played it. Ooh, it's on sale at the moment. Spicy, I'll add it. I won't have time to look at it tonight, but I will add it. And then we'll look at it in the next stream. It is glorious. Okay, I'm really looking forward to that. The upcoming run. Okay, what else? Enemies in your next 3 combats have 1 HP, max HP plus 8. As the Ironclad, initial damage doesn't really matter, so we'll go with the extra HP. Let's ignore the shop. Where's the big shop? So okay, so this is actually really interesting, and I'm actually doing this also made in Finland. Hell yeah, go Finland. I actually did this entirely subconsciously because I completely I didn't even realize, but I instantly started planning out my run, like instantly, and that's not even like a, yeah, I didn't even know, why. I guess because I get the oversight. Like in Hades, I don't have that oversight. I can't like plan out my run basically, which I also don't need to. I think. I don't know. I guess, yeah, because it's weird because in Hades you focus on the long term, right? You focus on the build you're making and how you're going to defeat the bosses. And in Slay the Spire you do the same thing because the bosses are relatively, you kind of know. Well, even better, because you know which boss you're going to get. We're going to get Stupid Thorns guy. That's my name for him. You can anticipate how you want to get close to him and kind of like what you want to do, which is super, super nice. You can plan your entire run for this floor, for this section, I guess, based on the boss you have at the end of the section. Some rooms well, most rooms cannot be visited once you go down a certain path, so plan carefully. Which is super interesting, because that's like I always like one of my strategies is to get a shop as late as possible, essentially, because you have the most amount of money, so the chance that you'll be able to buy one of the useful things there is pretty good. And then I'll also look along the road of, okay, if I want to have this shop, right, which is a really good shop because it's in between two campfires, then do I want to grab an extra elite with some question marks? There's a guaranteed relic there. I could go this route, grab the elite, grab this shop, might find something nice. Go through this relic, this question mark, and then like that. I won't be able to do that tonight, but you know, hypothetically speaking. Which then puts us in the turn-to-turn combat, right? Turn-to-turn. Turn-to-turn. Investigate which enemies you face. Check which moves your enemies are going to make. Figure out the card combos that you can do to reach max efficiency. Figure out a strategy / order in which you want to eliminate the enemies. These are all of the things that I think people passively do to kind of figure out, okay, how am I gonna either take the least amount of damage? I guess it's a matter of priorities, right? Decide what the priority is. Block most damage, do most damage, build up a combo. Like there's a few different choices there to decide, essentially. And then take your action, end the turn. End of turn. That's basically the turn-to-turn loop, which is very interesting. Okay, there we go. Apply damage to vulnerable. We can do it on this guy. Oh shit. Oh balls. See, I didn't think about that. I didn't think about it. And that's gonna cost me now. Like, that has an immediate effect, basically. There we go. There we go. Very good. Which makes me heal up. At the end of combat, heal 6 HP. Oh, I forgot about that. Heal for 20% of your max HP. That's a really good potion to get. That is a really good potion to get. Lose 3 HP, gain 2. Ooh, that's not bad. It's not bad at all. So that's turn to turn. Room to room, you can basically reassess. Entire run. After each room, you can reassess if the current path is still the best one based on your current conditions. There's a lot of opportunity for iteration, which is really nice. Which really gives a lot of control, right? That's I think that's the thing we're after here. This gives the player a lot of control, which is really nice. That's really neat. So then if we go to the next one, we can vulnerable his ass, because he's not going to attack anyway in the first turn. And now he's got that. Okay. I could lose some HP, but because of it, deal extra and not take any more from him, essentially. And now we just have to... Yeah, let's do it again. There we go. That means we can still block out most of the damage. And now we can finish him off. There we go. Very nice. And as loot, okay, this is something I actually forgot. As loot, you get base currency, and new card to add to your deck. Yeah. Sometimes you get a relic. Then the game-to-game loop, which is something I do want to quickly go through. Deal 4 damage strength, affects this card 3 times. Gain 2 strength at the end of his turn, lose 2 strength. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good skill. So the game-to-game loop, we can simulate it very quickly. Abandon run. Ouch, we have been defeated. Not quite the top. Wow, the game taunts me as well. Right, okay. So the game-to-game, after completing a loop, a loop, the game rewards you XP based on some metrics that are tracked during the game. G, floors climbed, enemies slain, elites killed, bosses slain. Upon leveling up, you will unlock more cards for the character you played, or you might unlock an entirely new character. By unlocking more cards, you give the player more resources to determine their strategy with, opening up new possibilities, and combinations, which I also think is really, really neat. And then that basically restarts, which is interesting. We went through Slay the Spire quite a bit quicker than Hades, but that's that's because Hades is super duper addictive. Slay the Spire is too, but I don't know. Hades has a certain grasp on me in those cases. All right, lots of research, and what we'll do is we're gonna add Noita to this for next time, like that Noita, which is gonna be room to room loop. Cultist Simulator is one org that advances a bit differently. Okay. Room to room loop, game to game loop, and then Cultist Simulator. There we go. Let me check that out real quick. Oops. Cultist. Oops. Oh, fucking. I keep clicking things too quickly. Cultist Simulator. Didn't we play this? Oh, no, we haven't. Oh, no, I think we have. Have we? I think we've played this. When did this game... Oh, no, this game came out a really long time ago. We played something similar. In one of the indie playtest ones, we've played something similar. I know we have. We had something that was very, very similar to this. Nice. If you don't go to the wiki, it'll drain your soul. If you go to the wiki, you'll get bored. Okay. Okay. Fair enough. Let's give this a shot. Add to wish list. Was there something just down here? Book of Hours. Oh, that's the next game they're doing. Okay. Okay. Super, super cool. Let's look at both of these next time around. Because I don't know yet what my loop is going to be, but that's exactly where we're doing this, right? We're looking at multiple different games, and we're seeing what they do and what we like and what we don't like, and based. Nice. And based on that, we will be able to better inform our own choices when it comes to designing a system, essentially. All right. For now, I will have to say goodbye as it is getting a little later. So I want to thank you all for watching. Jago, thanks for being here, buddy. And I'll see you all in the next stream. All right. Bye bye.